Welcome back, my fellow patriots, to the Save Our Republic Daily video. Today, we're going to be talking about the state of education in America in connection with civics and history. The bottom line, we suck. It is abysmal. Back in 2007, when I wrote America's Survival Guide, How to Stop America's Impending Suicide by Reclaiming Our Founding First Principles in History, and excuse me, I know that's a really long subtitle, but I think it's true. One of the chapters was dedicated to going through the different studies that showed and revealed the crisis in American education in connection with civics and history. And that would be part 1, chapter 1. And over the years, I've kept abreast of what's been going on, and really not much. There's been more studies, more surveys, more polls, all showing that most Americans struggle with understanding basic concepts of the Constitution and our history. I could spend hours and hours going through a variety of them, but I'm just going to go through 3 different studies that are very, very recent. One is released from the Annenberg Foundation. It's released on Pennsylvania University of Pennsylvania's website. It's the Annenberg Public Policy Center. And they were very, very excited because for the first time in years, more than half of the people could identify the 3 branches of government, that being the legislative, executive, and judiciary branch. 51% can now do that. That's about where we were back in 2007, except there was a dip just below and then back up. They explain the uptick, believing that the impeachment process and President Trump's trials and tribulations in connection with the federal government have increased the awareness of this. Some really sad news, almost 25% couldn't identify a single branch of government. One branch could be identified by 8%. So that's more than 25% could only identify one or no branches of government, and 17% could identify 2 branches, and then 1% refused. I don't feel very optimistic about the survival of our country if basically half of the people can't identify the 3 branches of government. Some other good news, and this really is better news, is that nearly 3/4 of Americans could correctly identify freedom of speech as one of the rights guaranteed in the First Amendment. That's a huge increase, but the more you go into the First Amendment, less people know. For example, the free exercise of religion and the right to petition, etc., are not really identified well by the general public. You say, well, maybe this is being addressed by our K through 12 system. No such luck. The National Assessment of Education Progress, which touts itself as the National Report Card, revealed results for 2018 in connection with civic scores. And it's a little hard to break this out simplistically, but the bottom line is that there's 300 points on the scale that the students are tested on, and to be proficient, you need about just less than 180 points. And to be advanced, you just need about 215 or so points. So what has happened? The reality is that very, very few number of kids can get to the advanced level, and more than 90% can get to the proficient level. So again, proficient level is just a little over the 300, about 168 or so on their scale of 300. So they're already missing a whole bunch of points. And well more than 90% can't even get to that amount. With regard to U.S. history, again, 8th graders, they have a 500-point scale. And to be advanced, you have to be a little below 330. To be proficient, you have to be about 295. And huge swaths of kids more than 75% are below the proficient level. And although there are some more kids that creep towards the advanced. This is a long and complicated way of saying that our K through 12 schools are not doing the job. I don't blame the educators. I blame a whole bunch of other people, but I know that there are really, really hardworking teachers out there that are trying their best in a system that is designed to fail them. And I will explore that in our upcoming episodes. Until next time, don't forget about americasurvivalguide.com, Patriot Week at patriotweek.org, and the Patriot Lessons American History and Civics podcast available at all fine podcast platforms. God bless you, and God bless America. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.